name is Steve Johnson. I own Scuba Steve. I started in 2008. I'm a colorectal stage 3 survivor. So my journey started in 2014. I would start bleed. I had a store downtown Gulfport. I would begin bleeding when I used the restroom, and it terrified me. First time I saw it, I was like, something's not right, and I tried to ignore it. And then after a while, there was an advertisement that came on the radio that said Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month or whatnot. And that freaked me out, and I said, what if it's that, So I went down to my doctor. Actually, I drove around the block downtown and had the phone number like in the iPhone. And I hit the button call, and I'm like, and they pick up, and I'm like, hey, I've been bleeding, I need an appointment. So I go down there, and they do an exam, which was very uncomfortable, and to say the least. And they said it was a hemorrhoid. I'm too young. I'm 31. You're good. You look great. You've lost like 50 pounds. I was like, I'm not trying, but you look great. So I went with that. I would say a few months later, I'm at this festival at Wiggins, and I've got customers lined up, and my backside is just aching, like 20 out of 10 pain. So I was like, so I'm Googling, how do you remove a hemorrhoid? Like, is this surgery? I was terrified of surgery my whole life. So what's this surgery? What's it like? Blah, 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 blah. Little did I know what I would go through. So I'm looking into this, and I'm bleeding like crazy, and I'm hurting so bad I can't stand it. My customers are lined up. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I've got this hemorrhoid. And they're like, I don't think so. That doesn't hurt like that. So fast forward to a few months later, I go to Waveland at St. Clair Fest. At the end of it, I pick up a box, and I feel an electric jolt shoot through my abdomen down to my groin. And then that was nonstop pain, along with the backside. So I got 20 out of 10 pain on both sides. This feels electric. That feels just like pure, it's all bad. So I made a pact with myself. I said, you're going to work 3 months. You're going to make it through Crab Fest, and then you're going to go to the doctor. So I'm shriveling to nothing. I went from 230 to about 140. So I just started working my butt off. No pun intended. Couldn't lay down, couldn't sit down. When I got home, I was miserable. I couldn't sleep on my stomach side. I had to fall asleep in pain. I got to a Crab Fest, and everyone, shopping, a lot of people, thankfully, and I just sat in the corner. I was crying, and one lady said, please, please go to the doctor. You're not well. I can tell. I'm a nurse. So after the festival got over, I packed up all my stuff by myself. I put it in my 4Runner. I don't know how to fit in there, but I drove all the way to the doctor and set up colonoscopy. When I woke up, it's the first time I've been put to sleep, so I was mortified. And when I woke up, they're like, the cancer's everywhere. It's not good. But before that, they said that, I woke up and saw my best friend crying, who does not cry. I'm the emotional guy out of all my friends. So he's crying. He's like, just go back to sleep. And I'm looking around like, what's going on? Is it what I think it is? And then I hear someone tell my mom on the other side of the curtain, y'all should look into the American Cancer Society. So then I'm awake. I'm like, okay. We do a CT scan, we do all that. They shoot me over to a hospital over there. They do MRI. And I meet with the surgeon, and he's like, look, you got about 6 months to live. It's beyond repair. It's stage 3. It's moving along, progressing. So I turned into, not scared, I turned into a fight mode. Like, who can save me? What can we do? So I went home, straight home. I shut down my store, got everyththing out. I said, I'm not working. I went to drive around. I was reminiscing. This was at night. I'm driving around reminiscing about my favorite school, Orange Grove Elementary. I'm thinking about like the good times when I was 12, 6th grade, just high school. And then my grandmother called, and I had to pull over because she said, is it bad? And I couldn't get a word out. And I told her it was fine. I'll never forget this. And I was parked on the right side of the Kangaroo gas station. The Lyman Community Center's here. And I'm trying to hold it together to tell her everything's okay. They said I'm fine. It's real, just nothing. And after I got off the phone, I just broke down on the steering wheel. My best friend Tan, who was there when I woke up, he called me and he said, meet me at Fridays, we get something to eat, we're going to talk about this. So I met him, I told him what they told me, and he said, you know, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be good. I got your back. Everybody's got your back. Let's go with it. So my choice was to keep it quiet. Let's fight privately to make sure I can get through it. I fought with everything I had, but before that, we're trying to find a doctor. So I had a GI doctor that was awful. I decided not to go to him. I went and saw someone else, and they recommended me to Dr. Wall. So Dr. Wall called, and we went and met her, all my friends, and we piled into, and family, we filed into this small Cedar Lake room, hospital room, not hospital room, but, you know, observation room. And she said, I'm going to save you, God's going to save you. And I said, okay, let's go. You know, it's the best thing I've heard yet. So it wasn't like the death sentence at, you know, New Orleans. So when we got here, it was like there was hope. So she didn't tell me what I was going to go through, but I went through it and never Googled anything, thankfully, because I don't know. Radiation was brutal. I did radiation. I did the chemo pill. It turned my feet and my hands into blisters, so I couldn't walk or touch. And then your throat turned into glass if anything was cold, so everything had to be room temperature. And it turned into, and then the radiation destroyed everything in here and behind. So the only useful part of my body was parts that you can't use. Feet are gone, hands are gone, genital area is gone, backside's gone. And I've got this walker, and I'm trying to get out of bed and scoot myself out of bed and walk with the walker and crying. And this is a very small house, my mom's house, and I'm trying to get to the refrigerator, actually to the kitchen to get something to drink. And I can't make it, and I'm crying. I'm holding on to the brakes. And finally I would just sit down, and that hurt to sit down. It was brutal. So it got to the point where my friends were carrying me to the car. They were carrying me to my bed. They're carrying me to the couch where I would sit there and watch Home Alone over and over and over. So after that was over, it took 2 months. I had to sit naked inside of a bedroom to heal. And, that was like watching paint dry. So 2 months in there. Christmas Eve, 2015, everything grew back. Got my car, went to everybody's house. I could drive again. I hadn't driven in forever. I was so excited, so I went to everybody's Christmas party, went everywhere. And, you know, from then on, it was 2 month break from the big surgery was coming to get the tumor out and to possibly place an intestine out to have a bag. Didn't know what a bag was. When we were on the elevator coming back from one of our meetings, Tan, my best friend, was like, you're probably gonna have a bag. I wanna prepare you. And I'm like, what is that? What is a bag? And he told me, and I was mortified. So we go over to New Orleans in March, and I'm very naive to the big surgery we're about to have. I don't know why I'm such in a positive mood. I'm like, it's all good. So they take me away. And all I remember is some music playing, and I was out. And I woke up like I'd been destroyed. I mean, hit by a bus. So it hurt to cough, it hurt to sneeze, it hurt to move, it hurt to do anything. I was destroyed. So I wake up from the surgery in the elevator, and I look at the ladies pushing me up to my room, and I'm just like, oh my God. And they get me in a room, and they move me to a bed, and my grandparents asked me, how do you feel? And I just remember I was so out of it. I said, oh, it feels like I've been playing basketball forever and I'm just sore. When I really woke up, it was really bad. I had a 1 in, I forgot what he said, 1,000,000 chance of having this rare side effect where I would throw up green bile. So green bile was backing up my whole stomach. And so I had this bad thing happen that happens to absolutely nobody. And I'm throwing up everywhere. And flexing your stomach, doing all of that, to throw up. You're cut down the middle, you're cut here. I look down, I see the bag, that freaks me out. It's all bad. And it was a really intense surgery. I was in there for 11 days. I was supposed to be there for about 4, I think. So I would sneak into the bathroom because I was so thirsty. I couldn't have food or water for 11 days. I would sneak in the bathroom once I was a little bit mobile-ish. I would go in and like take a swig of mouthwash just to taste something. I wanted to taste anything. And I would drink water out of the faucet. I wasn't supposed to, but I did. I drank water out of the faucet because I just wanted to taste. I wanted to drink something. So weird not having food or water for that long. So we get out of there. I go home. I've got this bag. I've got this new body, new way of using the restroom. Totally bizarre. I wake up and home health is there. And I wasn't so nice. And I feel bad now because I don't need home health, you know. Home health was the best thing that ever happened. Caring home health was like the best thing that ever happened to me. The girl, Dakota Ray, that took care of me, we bonded. She took care of me. And she stayed way longer than she's supposed to because I told Dr. Walsh she got to stay. She ain't going nowhere. So she cleaned my bag, removed it, blah, 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 did everything until I was good on my own. It took a long time for me to learn it and be okay with it. I had a lot of bad instances with it where it exploded in public and it fell off in public. And, you know, they're taping a live TV show for Pop Brothers down at the Golden Nugget, and I'm standing there and the bag falls off, and I have to retreat to my car and drive home to Lyman while it's pouring out. So there's some really embarrassing moments in there, but we overcame that. After this, we went straight into IV chemo, and that lasted 6 months. So I kind of think of it as semesters. So we went into like fall semester, finishing up chemo, IV chemo, which made me very sick, very pale, very red-faced at times, and just very sick. And you're watching all these people around you, and my job in this whole process was to make the older people laugh and be happy and uplift people when I'm sick as a dog. So that was my job, was to make everyone happy, everybody laughing, and it became really tough because I was sick, but everyone was sick. So I watched a lot of people pass away, a few people that we thought we were getting better, and that scared me, like, okay, am I getting better? And luckily, I did. And then I rested for a few months, and then I got my final surgery, and it was the reversal of the bag. So I could finally sleep on my stomach, I could finally sleep on my side, I could finally kind of be normal. But learning you're new without a rectum and all that is pretty disastrous for a long time. You're scared to go in public, you're scared to eat in public, you're scared to go anywhere until your body adapts. And I never thought it would, and Dr. Wall was like, it will, I promise. And so I can't say enough, she was an angel during the whole process. There were times when radiation had me down so bad, I was so burned, 3rd-degree burns on my genitals, that I would text her and she would be grocery shopping and she would say, I'm about to call in that prescription for you. And my mom would go pick it up. And it was just like, it was amazing the instant care she would give you through the phone. All you had to do is text her, and she's amazing. So the way she turned the mindset around, the way she turned everything around, because that's 100% of it, I think, is the mental part. And luckily I have a strong spirit and I have a very positive attitude, but you know, I had the odds stacked against me. And when she came along and she brought her positivity matched with mine, and we really took off. So I can't say enough good about her. Dr. Crentel was really good at the radiation, really good with me. His staff was second to none. I mean, what they did, Mike and Travis, incredible. I'm leaving out a couple people, but just absolutely incredible team over there at radiology. And this was fall of 2015, so I'm not sure if they still work there, but incredible. So a lot of great help. My best friends, like my best friend Kerry, he never missed an appointment. He was at every appointment. It didn't matter if it was 4 a.m., didn't matter. Kerry was there. Tam was there. So I credit Kerry, definitely saved my life. So my friends, you know, obviously give me a lot of strength and power, and I have always been blessed with the best group of best friends. That's the secret to who I am, my success that I've had, my journey. My best friends have made it happen because I feel them on my back. They've got my back. So that's super important to have. I've been lucky to have that since I was 15 years old. Chan's amazing. Yeah. He was there for me. Carrie was there for me. Best friend Brad was there for me. Family was there for me. It was just real special to have everyone behind me at the time. Please take it from me. Catch it early before you go through what I went through. Please. I know it sounds scary. I know it is scary. Please go in and get checked if you have anything going on. I want you to catch it as early as you can. I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. I don't want anyone to do that. So bite the bullet, go for it, make that call, and just get checked on for peace of mind.